Hey, what's up? It's Kitty and James from WIUR, and we're doing festive, or we're not festive. We're doing WIUR's Frightening Frequencies. This is going to be our quick Halloween recap event to talk about the good and the bad of Halloween, and everything that happened for it. Because I feel like it didn't happen. So
It
wild
definitely happened.
that it's already November, and we're back to everyone's doing Christmas already, but I want to hold on to what's left of autumn. So, what better way to do that than to reflect on if you had to rank Halloween and like your favorites of
Holidays?
holidays?
Halloween's the first one. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It always will be.
I think it's a good one. So, going into like good and bads of it. Um, what do you think of the costumes for Halloween?
Like like from our school or like in general, like TikTok, everyone I saw, like where are we going from?
I feel like from what you saw, because that includes like everyone. So your general reaction of what people thought of like their Halloween costumes this year.
I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Because there were some really poor ones, but then some people popped off. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Um,
What did you
yeah.
think? What did you see?
I don't know. I don't really talk to people, but I thought like some interesting ones that I was seeing a lot. I was not surprised to see like Barbie and Ken. I feel like
Obviously.
Barbie and Ken are like an every year thing, but this year it made a lot of sense. And then like Mario Bros. I was
Yeah.
around a lot of like couples costumes. I didn't actually know what people did
Well, I feel like
individually.
Barbie and Ken didn't even have to be a couple's costume because a lot of people were going as a group of Barbies, and then people
And
like
then,
boys was just going as like a group of Kens,
like that's
which
kind
is
of funny.
awesome to see.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, it was amazing.
It's like at Comic Con when
Oh,
there's just 8 million Spider-Men, and at first you're like, oh, it's really unoriginal until like 20 of them just get together at once, and it's just a mob of Spider-Men all pointing at each other.
just a good vibe.
You know what one I really thought that I was going to see that I didn't see a lot of? I was convinced there's going to be Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Okay, so I did see some of those like on TikTok, but I didn't see any of them in person.
I thought I'd see a lot like more in person. Like I'm not surprised it is like more global, but I was figuring at least people to wear like the jersey.
Yeah, I only really saw like it wasn't really a crazy costume. It was someone in a jersey and someone in like a sparkly dress. And she was like, I'm Taylor Swift. Like,
See, like
okay.
I was assuming a bunch of people would do that because most I don't know about girls. I know a lot of guys will do that for Halloween.
Yeah,
They'll
like just wear a
like
jersey.
wear their jersey. That's
Yep.
what happened a lot in high school when they were like, you can like wear a fun costume. Most people just wore. Believe it or not, that was just when everyone decided that leggings were a part of their costume. Because it was like the one day no one would get yelled at for wearing leggings. So it's like everyone's costume somehow involved leggings or just shorts of some kind.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, we love it. But yeah, I'm kind of same on the costumes. I thought they were a solid okay, but I didn't see.
Like some of them, obviously, they walk out of the building and you're like, oh, that's what you're wearing, and then some of them are like, oh my god, you guys look great.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like look great, like creative costume. They just like looked good in the costume. You know what I mean? It's
like
not that I
visuals.
liked the costume; they just looked good.
Yeah, I get that. To each their own, I guess.
Yeah,
Speaking about eating, everyone having their own preference.
eating their own.
Eating, because I'm thinking of eating. Now. I'm gonna get really hungry for this next segment.
I'm very hungry. Yeah.
So, I saw the most insane thing the other day. Your favorite person that you know from me, like your favorite my person,
Okay.
texted and was like, "Oh, it's crazy! I can't believe they like are only selling Whoppers in like 2 packs now. You know when you get the little sleeve and there's like 3
There's
Whoppers
3 in there.
it? He's like, it's crazy. I opened one and there was like 2 in it. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. Whoppers suck. They should stop selling them as much. Haven't heard a thing since then. That was like a day ago.
Okay, but also like I feel like I was born knowing that Whoppers were bad. I've never tried them, but I've fully always been like Whoppers taste bad. They're an awful candy, but I don't think I've ever tried one in my entire life.
So they suck.
I don't even know what they are.
Terrible. Like wax and
No way.
like wax covered in chocolate. It's like
It's definitely not wax.
it's a weird kind of like candy
Is it like Coke?
that's
Like what?
coated in chocolate.
We're just gonna do a little research.
It's not coconut. It's just like
because I feel like a lot of people
legitimately-
hate on coconut, even though they're so good.
It's just really bad. The chocolate doesn't taste like chocolate. And then the actual candy bar is just
It's
like
milk balls with chocolatey coating. It's like a hot chocolate.
but it's cold and it's solid and it sucks.
It also says with an artificial flavored chocolatey coating. Chocolatey coating is in
So-
parentheses.
Like the only reason I've ever eaten Whoppers is because I'm like digging through my candy. I'm like, okay, I pulled out all the Twizzlers. Like, I'm not eating the Twizzlers.
Fair.
What else did I put? Underrated candy. Anyway, what I was saying was they're like the last thing I ever have, and I'm always like, maybe I'll eat this because it's covered in chocolate and it'll like satisfy my chocolate.
Need.
So you get them in the things of 3 because they're like that bad that you only need 3 to be like yum. Even the like tiny Reese's peanut butter cup, I'm like, that's enough for me. Like, that's perfect. Every bite of it was great. You get 3 of these tiny things, and I eat one, and I throw the other 2 out. So now when I go to eat them, I'm going to eat one and then only throw one out. So I see
Yeah.
them giving less Whoppers as a positive thing. But totally negative in terms of like, I just guess they're.
Do you think they're like?
shrinking candy.
Do you think they're losing money? So they're putting less candy in the wrappers?
No, I think it's kind of like when you open a bag of potato chips and it's like air. You can like complain and everyone's gonna complain, but like they're gonna just make like a third of the bag air and then say like, oh, it's because like nitrogen. Like, we don't want them to go stale. I think there's 4 chips in the bag. I'd rather have them be stale than have you be like, oh, we actually had to take out a third of the bag. Like, I'd rather have them go stale in a sealed bag.
Yeah.
Underrated though, because we're talking about chocolate. I love chocolate. What's your opinion on Heath bars?
What's? I don't think I've ever found a Heath bar.
So underrated candy because no one eats them. And when we would do like trades for Halloween, I was always like trading for Heath bars. Like, that was, if you had a Heath bar, you knew you were going to be able to trade with me because I would grab as many as I possibly could. So it's like toffee
Yeah, I've
That's-
never had this.
coated in chocolate, and it's real chocolate. And I think Heath bar is like on brand. I think that's the other thing. Like, I don't know who owns Whoppers. But,
It's toffee, almond, and milk chocolate.
oh, it's so good. So toffee is like solid.
I
Like,
know
it
what
is a
to- I know what
hard.
toffee is.
Is a hard
It's
candy.
Whoppers is made by Hershey.
I just lost so much respect for it.
Good, because Hershey bars are not the best.
Okay, besides the point. Toffee. Underrated candy.
I
but it's
love
covered.
toffee.
So it's a Heath bar is just toffee covered in chocolate.
You ever heard of Christmas crack?
Isn't that just the thing you break up?
It's like the saltine, and then you have toffee, and then you have like M&Ms and pretzels. So good.
Oh, I think I've
So
had that,
good.
but as just like chocolate
Oh,
in like a chocolate bar. Because obviously, like, I will just eat a plain chocolate bar, and
it's also like
this is
Christmas
great.
food because it's called Christmas crack.
Smart. I saw a recipe for some.
It's so good.
Have you seen when people make salads? They'll make like gummy salads or like candy salads, and it's just them throwing 5 or 6 different candies in one bowl, and then they'll mix it, and they'll be like, "It's a salad." I was like, "Wait, I feel like I've just done that."
Well, because I feel like they don't probably. It's just a good way to say that you have just a mix of things in a bowl. Like they're not eating it thinking it's a salad. They just call it that because it's a bunch of different things in a bowl.
I know, it just always seems very wrong. You know, you could leave them separate.
What would you call it then? Like a mixture of candy is like too long.
Well, I don't want to say mistake because that's like really
Whoa.
harsh.
Yeah, what?
But like, just not my preference of eating candy.
Yeah, but if I like walked up to you with a bowl and I was like, eat some of my candy salad, you'd be like, get that away from me.
Yeah,
What?
like, I'd probably take a couple things, but I would be like, this is just a bowl of candy.
So you're not into the whole like grabbing a fistful of different candy and just shoving it in your mouth?
No, they all taste like
Don't
diff-
say it.
not different, but like they all taste very different from each other.
Okay, good. I thought you were gonna say they all taste the same.
No, that's the problem. That's like why, because it was like if I went for like a gummy worm and then I got like an M&M, I'd be like,
What if it was
"Ugh."
just like a bowl of like sour candies?
Right?
What if it was like Warheads, sour gummy worms,
That'd be good.
sour Skittles, your favorite?
I guess I never thought of it in like
Like, what if it was like
I've never seen-
categorical?
yeah, I've never seen. I guess that's the thing. I haven't seen any good recipes for them. It's always just seems like it's the variety pack of candy just unwrapped. Like when you go and get like a variety of chocolates, you'll have like chocolate, you'll have like peanut butter chocolate, and then you'll have like something else.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, I eat those all separately because I don't want to eat chocolate and then peanut butter chocolate.
yeah, that's fair.
I want separate. But I don't know. Twizzlers still suck. I refuse
Awful.
to eat them this year. I will give Twizzlers the benefit of the doubt every single year. I will commit myself to
Have
eating
you
a
ever
Twizzler.
tried black licorice?
No.
Because I like would love to try it, but I know it's gonna be awful.
I think I've had it like once. It's salty.
I don't think I've ever even like seen it.
I think
Like,
it's salty.
oh god.
And why I don't like it. But I also don't like Twizzlers.
See, I think I'd give a Twizzler like a 4 out of 10.
They make
See, I-
pull apart Twizzlers, and those aren't that bad.
So I feel like 4 is at like my bearable. Anything under 4 is like I can't eat it.
I'm egging the house.
I'm egg in the house, yeah.
That's so fair. Oh, and then reliable candy for you. Like what's like a go-to?
Kit Kat, Butterfinger. Not anything peanut butter.
Butterfinger.
Oh shit! I would. I did so for so long. I always forget that's peanut butter. No, it's not.
No, it's like peanut brittle, isn't it?
It's not peanut butter.
I think it's peanut brittle.
But like, it's not smooth peanut butter. So I feel that's so different. Like a Reese's peanut butter cup, that's like smooth.
That's
I
peanut
can't do that because then it gets stuck.
It's the best feeling.
No.
You don't like Reese's peanut butter cups?
No, I do not. Like I can eat them. I'll give them like a 5. But I could maybe eat one.
Best candy.
Nope.
I'll just get like the king-sized ones and just eat like a whole pie of. I don't know what they're called when they're like. Oh, I guess a whole cup. They make like big ones.
No, could never. I'd never even get near that.
Oh, they're so good. The tiny ones are like taste the best though because like this is how
Oh,
it works.
the shape ones, those are the best ones. The pumpkin
Oh,
ones,
okay.
the Christmas tree ones, those are the
Those
best
are
ones.
different though.
Those are so good.
Those are so different.
They're so
There's
good.
no way that those are all the same like thing.
I was told because they have to like be made separately from the circle ones. So it tastes better because it's fresher. Because the shape ones have to be made when they're supposed to be eaten.
That might be it. They're so much smoother.
They're
The
so
chocolate-
much
the chocolate
better.
is so much better in
Oh.
those than like an actual Reese's. But I don't mind Reese's. But you either have to eat the small one or the big one. The normal sized ones like don't really taste that good for some reason. I have to get like a king sized or a mini. I
That's the
can't.
most-
I could never just get like a regular cup. It's just such an awkward.
What's like the new thing that Reese's came out with? The one with like every ingredient in it. It's like Reese's like Take 5. It's called something really weird and it has
Oh.
like everything in it.
I think I've had that before. Yeah, it's the bar.
Yes, it's a bar.
It's a peanut butter bar with M&Ms inside of
Like-
it, layered in chocolate.
That's just too much.
It is frozen. However, it was pretty good. I have had that. Mine was Skittles. That's my reliable.
I feel like I knew you were gonna say that.
I always will have like a pack.
They're so sugary.
Yeah,
I
they're
have to eat like maybe 6, and then I'm like, oh, okay, gotta take a break.
yeah. Those are like my go-to. No matter what, I'll be fine.
No, Kit Kat. Is that Kit Kat still in my fridge? I hope so. I need it.
Maybe the ghost ate it.
Maybe the maintenance guy ate it.
It's like a treat. Okay. How about that new media that came out? So, unpopular opinion. Because normally I have a pretty popular opinion on this. Not to brag. Was it 1984?
1987.
1987.
1989.
1989. Yeah, right. So 84,
That was so bad of me.
So 1911, I think, is the war movie. That was all one take. 1984.
Okay, 1989.
I think 1984 is the book by George Orwell about totalitarianism. It's 1989.
Mm-hmm.
T Swift.
T Swift.
1989. a solid all right. It
Yeah.
happened. I know someone probably enjoyed it.
Well, obviously, a lot of people enjoyed it, but her From the Vault songs were a lot better than her re-release songs because she is too old to be singing the songs that she sang from that album. She's too mature now. We can't be singing those songs.
Yeah, I think it was a good like girl boss moment. Of I understand the like behind it of these are all like her songs now, so I can appreciate the effort. But you're right, like you turn on Shake It Off, and you're like, I remember this being like the song. People I don't even think knew who Taylor Swift was listened to this
I don't
song.
remember what song it was that came on that I was like, please change this like right now. It was Blank Space. It was 100% Blank Space. I turned it on and I was like, this does not sound good with her like her grown up voice.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't
I'd give
really
it
doing it for me.
a 6 out of 10.
I wonder what so Anthony Fantano, the music review guy,
I don't know who that is.
he's a guy that reviews music, and is famous for it because it's
Cool.
like the internet. So all he has to do is like he like knows how to play music too. So he's like a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The synthesization of the technical beat rhythm, and it's like shut up! Like you gave My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 5. You're not that good. But he released something, and someone was like, "Oh, are you gonna be devastated because he like reviewed it pretty poorly?" And I was like, "Nah, particularly. This was probably like a good take from him." I didn't listen to it because like I had already listened to the album. I'll listen to him like before going into something to get like a general feel for it. But I feel like once I listen to the album, I'm already gonna have my own opinion.
Okay, yeah. Why would you listen to it before you listen to the album? I think that's crazy because I would go into it having the thoughts that either I'm going to like it or not like it from the thing that they said. Like, how does it not manipulate your brain to go into it being like, I'm not going to like this?
So that's the point.
Oh,
If I've already listened to the album, I'm not gonna go listen to this guy tell me if it was good or bad because I'm gonna be like,
you're
"Well,
wrong.
you're wrong. I liked that song that you're saying sucks." I think there was only ever like once or twice I like watched it after, and I was like, "Oh, this makes sense." Or like he did change my mind of like, "Oh, I thought this song wasn't that good," and then I listened to this, because it's just like his own like preference.
Yeah.
So I'll listen. I have to like watch it before going into it, so that way I can go into like what he's saying with fresh understanding. I tried one time to listen to the album while he was going through it because he'll go through like top down. He won't be like I put it on shuffle. He'll be like the order is like factoring in as a 6.5. Like allergic to the shuffle button, but he, I guess, said something not great about it, and I was okay with it. So I'm not gonna watch it because I kind of already know what I think of it.
Yeah.
It's a tough world for Taylor Swift. I also forgot to watch the game, so I don't even know how Travis Kelce's doing, but I think he's doing all right. I watched his podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, I get clips of it on YouTube, so I'm like a fan. Number one, if you will. It's him and his brother.
I've seen it. I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
They're really funny. I really appreciate it.
I don't know who has the children, but the children are very cute.
So Jason Kelce, I think he's older. And he has a daughter.
Yeah, she's very cute.
Yeah, his wife was on there not too long. She's on like a lot of episodes, or the same one, and it's just like 8 clips of it. I don't know. But in terms of like watching things for the holidays and like Halloween and whatnot, let's end off on like movies and media things that you still have to watch for the Halloween season to really make it feel like Halloween, and things like coming up you gotta watch. What's like the movie recommendation of October?
I have no idea. I didn't watch any Halloween movies this season.
You watched one that came out in theaters.
Oh, I saw the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'd give it like a 6.5.
Some other recommendation.
But like after I watched it, then obviously TikTok was listening to me and it showed me all these videos of why I can't be hating on it and like why it's actually really good. And now like my opinion's changed on it. So like from Katie 5 minutes after the movie, it was like a 6.5, but now it's like an 8.
Yeah, I saw it.
And like now that like 2 more have been like cleared that they're coming out because
Oh,
it's like a trilogy. The book's a
Oh.
trilogy. The movie followed the book. So now there's like 2 more coming out, and I'm very excited for those because I like the movie now. And I would watch it with you. I'm probably gonna make you watch it actually.
Yeah, I saw it tanks in like the critic scores.
Yeah.
But like Rotten Tomatoes does like a user score and a critic score. And that's all I've been seeing about it is like the critic score tanked, but the like fan score wasn't too bad. So it'll be interesting going into it. I've seen like clips here and there.
Yeah.
It's like very big. I'm guessing it was profitable.
Well, did better than the Taylor Swift movie, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, the Taylor Swift movie is gonna like beat records and whatever." And then the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out, and it was just not even close.
What was the Taylor Swift movie about?
Her tour. So like I saw this TikTok, and it was literally 2 girls in the movie that was just in the audience that like got panned to. So it's literally just Taylor Swift like on the tour if you didn't get to go see the tour. It's very nice for her, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to pay to see that.
Yeah, so instead of paying for the tour, you can just pay
to go see the movie, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out if it's on something available. I don't know.
I don't know if it's like 3 hours. I don't actually know how long it is. I don't know how long it is, but her concert was 3 hours. So it wouldn't surprise me if the movie was 3 hours.
Yeah, that's kind of deep.
Yeah.
But I do think it goes to say something that there isn't a lot of. Not that there wasn't a lot of Halloween spirit. Obviously, I don't decorate because
we're in college. What are we going to decorate?
Yeah, like I'm not having a crisis. I'm going to decorate. I feel like there wasn't a lot of. Well, the weather played a big factor into there being no spirit. Everyone was miserable the last like 2 weeks of October because the weather sucked.
No, because why was it like literally 80 degrees and then it was literally 30 the next day? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And so everyone's now getting sick. Just no one was really like loving October because of everything else going on.
I know, and now it's like it always sucks because like I don't categorize myself as that person that's like, oh, by like mid-November it's like Christmas season. Like I understand doing it like a week before December starts, of saying like, all right, like it's after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna like really like, you want to pivot after Thanksgiving, it's like you could pivot after Thanksgiving. I like the fall and like the autumn and like the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
I hate when people jump from October 31st to Christmas. That is not, we are not doing that. That's weird. You need some help if you're jumping over a whole holiday.
Yeah, like I really like
that's crazy.
Did you ever see Addams Family Values?
I did.
That's like a perfect autumn movie. I think there's Christmas at some point in it, but like the whole second half is like a Thanksgiving play.
Yeah.
That's like a perfect movie to watch during like the end of October, like beginning of November. But it's not something you could ever be like I could do that with my family because it would be on.
Yeah.
We had like cable, and it's like cable always made sure like, even if it was like
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, even if it was like a week of Thanksgiving, they were like, "Don't worry, we'll make sure we transition you like normally."
Like if cable isn't doing however many days are in November and December, cable only does, what is it, 25 days of Christmas? So we should only celebrate 25 days of Christmas. That's just like how life should go.
Oh, I don't think I've watched a 25-day.
I used to love those countdowns. Also, like the October one used to go so hard. All of them are always great, but I don't have cable anymore. And so like Hulu does it. I don't know if you saw, like Hulu did like, yeah, Hulu did Huluween.
I was talking about Huluween. It was not too scary though. It was like people getting like murked in a cabin. I don't want to watch that. Like I'm looking for like Girl versus Monster or something.
Because I feel like when it was on cable, it was a mix of like a bunch of good movies, but now it's like only movies on Hulu, only movies on Disney Plus. Like you can't have like both anymore, and you have to go out of your way to watch all these different kinds of movies because they're all on different kinds of platforms, which is very irritating.
I think the only thing that saved it for Hulu was that there was a section for TV. It was just like, here's a list of like TV episodes that are all like Halloween themed, and we put them in a playlist. So you can just watch one episode of everything.
Yeah,
And I
that
was
was
like,
very smart.
and I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, that was the one thing I missed. Is sometimes like you really would just watch like the Halloween episode of SpongeBob, and you'd be like, I forgot they had a Halloween episode of SpongeBob, but that was like super nice to watch. And then, yeah, there's not like there was Halloween. I don't think Disney did anything.
Probably not. Well, no, they did that thing. I don't know if you
Oh, the
saw it,
thing.
the collecting the cards thing. I'm not a big Disney fan, so I didn't even like go into it, but it kept like coming up on my TikTok, and it was like from this date to this date you could get these cards, and then you'd get like a cowboy hat, and then from this date to this date you get these cards and you get like a different hat. It was like really weird.
Well, that was poorly advertised. I would have gotten 6 hats if I had known that it was happening. That
But you
sounds
have to watch like
awesome.
Frozen. Like you wouldn't do
Okay.
that.
I have slept through Frozen 2 4 times. I can sleep through Frozen 1.
You're gonna sleep through it? That's so lame.
Yeah, like I would just put it on and just like have them go.
Put them on, do some DoorDash.
No, like I'd probably just put it on and then like do something else so I could collect the card. Like I wouldn't actually watch the show if I was collecting.
I wonder if
something.
you could just like skip through it if it counted.
No, I might like track how long you've been watching it. Like you have to watch a certain number of hours.
Yeah, so I don't actually know how to get the cards.
Ugh, that's what I mean. It was so poorly marketed. I probably would have done it.
I mean, it was probably just if you went on Disney Plus, like the app, while in the month of October, you would have gotten like a pop up.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of
Yeah,
Disney.
I'm not a big Disney girl,
No,
so
Yeah, I haven't seen anything new on Disney. There's all the Disney shows. There's Star Wars shows. Those aren't Halloween anymore. They never really were Halloween. They don't celebrate it.
I mean, they're in little costumes the whole time.
Yeah, it's a good point. All right, so maybe I should have watched more Star Wars for Halloween. That's what we've learned. More Disney Plus, more Star Wars. So if you had to change Halloween in a good closing thought, as we're running into like the last kind of segment of it, how was Halloween? Now that we've kind of had a minute to unpack, you said originally it was like 7.
I'd put it on a Saturday every year. Why didn't we do that? Like, who said last day of October? Like, why didn't we make it like Thanksgiving, like the second Thursday or whatever it is?
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I think it's the second Thursday of every. When is it? I don't know. The third Thursday? Oh, it's the third Thursday of November.
We have made it like the 3rd Saturday of every October.
Yeah, the last Saturday of every October. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Because it would have made sense because then the last day it was on Tuesday. That's not very far away. I'm just saying. It should always be on a weekend.
I think the reason
Ruins the spirit.
Well, it originally was because Halloween, I think, got invented after November 1st, which is All Souls Day. So, like, Halloween was a religious holiday,
What?
and I think it was like All Souls because now November 1st is All Souls Day. So I think it started off as a religious tradition, and then when it split, it was like technically like November 1st is Halloween Day, like observed. And like Halloween, like they're interconnected because I think they used to be the same holiday. But then like we kind of secularized it and people were like, hey, I just want to do the like decorating and costuming and like the fun stuff on like a different day than what you guys are doing. And it was like, all right, so we'll make like you can have this day, we'll have the other one.
I'm just saying whoever invented it should have just been like, it should be on a weekday. It should be on a weekend. Or like a Friday. Like, give us something better than a Tuesday.
Yeah, any holiday that's not a federal holiday should always be on a weekend. If it's a federal holiday, it deserves
Doesn't matter.
It deserves to be on like a Wednesday or something gross.
So we get the rest of the week off.
No, I was just gonna say so we get like a Wednesday off in the weekend. But yeah, like the fun holidays should be weekends.
Yeah.
So we'll make a petition.
Or we should just get a Halloween off. Or like the day after Halloween off.
All Souls Day.
Yeah. We should get it observed. Halloween observed.
I agree. Okay. Well, that does it for our Halloween recap
I'm like,
overall.
so sorry. Someone just texted me and said, why is your door open? You opened my door?
That does it for Halloween. It's been fun. Do you have any last things to say?
People need to get more hype and stop bringing Christmas the day after Halloween. Not okay with it.
Agreed. Yeah, keep being Halloween. Autumn's great. It's the best season. Best weather as well. So keep being Halloween and keep being autumn. And have such a fun holiday. Enjoy Christmas, enjoy Thanksgiving if you celebrate them. Enjoy other holidays as well, because you're allowed to do all of them. But from us here at Iona University, down in the basement of La Penta, from WIUR, I've been James. Thanks. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.